your mobile device, just head on over to SuperTalk TV. You'll see I'm not alone in the studio today, and that always brings me great joy. We've got William Moore. He's with Hattiesburg Cycles, and Officer Charles Johnson with the Hattiesburg Police Department. They're here to talk about the Dean-Tate Memorial Motorcycle Ride that's coming up this October and why you should get involved. So welcome to y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's good to have you here. And Officer Johnson, I won't press you too much about your wonderful trip to Africa, but just having traveled to the world myself, what's it like coming back to the hot states? Was it a little bit cooler over there, or was it still warm where you came back from?
No, it was high temp around 62 during the day and low temps around 40, 45 degrees at night.
And then you come back home to Mississippi and you step into
an oven.
Well, welcome back. I'm glad your travels were safe. Okay, this is. I feel like those listening in the Pine Belt probably have heard Dean-Tate Memorial Motorcycle Ride. Our hope today, though, is to spread the word and get more people interested in doing it. You've been doing it for a while. William, have you been involved since the beginning with the Memorial Ride?
I have been. We were contacted by Jerry Styron back right after Officer Dean and the Tate were killed in the line of duty, and he wanted help to put on a motorcycle ride. And that first year was absolutely amazing. You know, the wound was still very fresh, and I know we had well over 500 motorcycles turned out for that very first ride 10 years ago.
So, Officer Johnson, were you familiar with your colleagues Dean and Tate?
Yes, very familiar.
So, not necessarily having to share that story. I'm sure anytime there's a fallen officer, those wounds never completely heal. But what was that like during that time 10 years ago when this struck the Pine Belt?
It was an amazing time, a very hurtful time, but the thing that helped heal, the community came together so well, and we saw love from people. I mean, that was just extraordinary. The guys said we had just gotten off work, myself and the motor squad, and when it happened, and phones started ringing, and yes, and people were calling who knew I was a police friend's family. We asked them, was I okay? And at that time, I wasn't aware that we had lost someone. And once I started making phone calls back to dispatch and find out what was going on, I mean, it was chaotic.
And I feel like anytime that happens, regardless of where it's a ripple effect within the community. The heart breaks. The brave men and women who go out every day, put their life on the line for us. When you see when they give it all, people want to help people because we don't know what else to do, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, we're not skilled to stand in your shoes and go to work with you. Officer Johnson, you don't want me there. But we want to support those that do, and I think that runs deep here in Mississippi. So, William, you mentioned that you were approached to sort of help. In the very beginning, back in 2015, when we tragically lost Dean and Tate, what was the idea of the motorcycle ride? Was it just for remembrance? Was it to start a fund of some kind that could continue on their legacy? What was the purpose of it?
It was out of respect, number one, but then also the idea was to help the families. You know, they wanted to do something for the families of the officers. And so all of the money that was raised was split between the two families. And we've really, it transitioned almost immediately after that, where the Pine Belt Foundation, which is a 501c3 organization in Hattiesburg, got involved, and they set up a scholarship fund. And so that's what it's about now is the scholarship fund. The scholarship is for any perhaps an officer that's been injured, maybe needs to be, maybe some job training to transition into another type of job, or for the children of officers that have lost their lives in the line of duty. So, it's been an awesome thing to see all of the scholarships that have been given in that time, and it's one of the most deserving scholarships that I've ever seen just happened this year because it was actually Benjamin Dean's son got the scholarship. So it's a very special thing.
And it's been going on for the last decade. I guess those in the Pine Belt and the surrounding areas have been coming out to support that. Officer Johnson, as an officer, I mean, you have a family of your own. What does it mean to those families of the fallen who see that their names are still going on, their legacy is still being, supported through? Not every fallen first responder or officer is going to have a scholarship or a memorial fund, but it feels like when you can support those that do, you're sort of supporting everybody or remembering everybody.
Yes, it means a great deal to the families. We get to see it on the anniversary date of the event. Those families are come back to Hattiesburg, and the thing that stands out the most, or that we hear them express the most, is that thank y'all for not forgetting. And even though it seemed like it's opened the wound again, but it's just so good to those families that, hey, these guys meant everything to us, and they still mean everything to us.
And then, too, for those that have received the scholarship, William, I mean, I'm sure you've been there for most of them, obviously this past year being the most memorable, I would think. What's it mean to them to know that people are showing up and supporting events and such that are giving them opportunities that they otherwise wouldn't have had?
Well, it means everything into the world to those folks. I mean, it's... I don't even know how to describe it, I'll be honest with you, because those people already paid a heck of a price to be able to get that scholarship. And just by recognizing that and being able to help them, it means a lot to them.
Well, and it's also a fun day, it sounds like, a motorcycle ride in October here in Mississippi. Hopefully the weather is a little bit better, Officer Johnson, than what we have right now. So let's talk about the ride, William. How does it work? I mean, I know it's a motorcycle ride, but a little bit more detail than that.
Well, we'll get together at Hattiesburg Cycles. At 8 o'clock in the morning is when the registration begins, and all the fun in the parking lot starts. And then at 10 o'clock in the morning is when we're calling kickstands up, and that's when we'll have law enforcement will be leading the ride. They'll be blocking the intersections and all that sort of thing, and they will go for what is it, about a 40?
About 57 miles.
57 miles. Charles has got it down pat. And
Yes.
Do you ride, Officer Johnson?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
he's a motor officer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
So you don't want me on the job. Not in a car, not in a truck, and certainly not on a motorcycle.
he's been a motor officer, and he's also been one of our customers for years. So yeah, we've known him for a long, long time, and appreciate him very much. But and then once we get back from the ride, there'll be some food waiting. We'll have hamburgers and things such as that. We'll have some door prizes that we'll be giving out and drawing for, and that sort of thing. And it'll take up a good 3-4 hours.
Is there a price for admission? Is that where the funds come in to raise, or is it more of a donation? Come and ride and donate?
It's $25 for the rider, and then it's $10 for the passenger, and 100% of the money that's given goes to the scholarship fund. No money comes out for any of the expenses involved. We've got that covered, and we've also have other donors that help with some of those expenses to put this on. So
if people want to get involved, maybe they don't have a motorcycle, but maybe they want to do a raffle or part of the prizes that you may have, or just help get involved by a donation for the scholarship. Is there a way to do that, William?
They can. Donations can be made through the Pine Belt Foundation in Hattiesburg. And the other piece to this is it's not just motorcycles, by the way. This year there will also be Jeeps. We have Jeeps that'll bring up the rear, and so a lot of people like that outdoor life. It's almost like riding a motorcycle when you take the top off,
Now,
right?
I could do that, William.
There you go.
I absolutely could do that.
Come on.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Well, you guys hang with us. We've got more with William and Officer Johnson, radio station. You can watch us, too. We are on your computer, your mobile device. Just head on over to SuperTalk TV. And we want to think about heading over to the Pine Belt coming up in October to celebrate and ride the Dean-Tate Memorial Motorcycle Ride. We have with us William Moore with Hattiesburg Cycles and Officer Charles Johnson with Hattiesburg Police. This will be the 10th anniversary, William, for the ride?
That's correct.
And so has the route, Officer Johnson, always been the same? You mentioned it's 57 miles. What's the significance to the miles chosen or the route chosen for this Memorial Ride?
Well, I guess the greatest significance is just to have a good ride and allow time for us to prepare the food. So
get people out of the way so people can back and make for
And another significant part, and the ride is not always the same. It varies. I was the one that designed the route this time, and it's designed to go by the cemetery where Officer Dean is buried in that Summerall area.
Do y'all make stops along, like physically stop and pull over and maybe pay respects, or is it just more of get out and make the ride and then come back?
Yeah, it's just to get out. We're not going to make any stops. It's short enough where nobody should have to stop and gas up. And so, yeah, we just make the ride without any stops. We'll start from Hattiesburg Cycle, and we won't stop until we return to Hattiesburg Cycle.
What's it like, Officer Johnson, to be on the streets with that many people? You mentioned the first year, obviously, when Dean-Tate were lost there in Pine Belt. Oh, you said 500 or so riders came up. To see that many on the road, what's that feel like?
It's a great feeling to have so many people come out, and not just so many people come out, but people come out on motorcycles. Just something about being on a motorcycle. Whether you ride motorcycle personally, it's just a beautiful sight to see, to hear the sound of the motorcycles, and then when you put that with the cause of the event, I mean, it's a great feeling.
William, you mentioned that the families of both Dean and Tate have been involved in some capacity for all of the rides over the last 10 years. How are they incorporated into the memorial?
Well, we do recognize them at the beginning of the before the ride. And then usually there's always somebody that's got an extra seat on the back that they're willing to take the different members of the family. I know, matter of fact, now Officer Dean, there are a couple of members of his family that have motorcycles, and they bring their own. And LaCorey Tate's mom, she comes down, she finds a ride, and we give her a ride on the loop as well. So,
William, do you ride?
I do.
You do? You have your own? Is it a three-wheeler? I'm using that on
purpose. I've got an Indian motorcycle right now. So
I say that because during the break here on Good Things, if folks listen often, they know Rhino makes fun of me because I always say I would ride a three-wheeler motorcycle. I just want you to tell folks at Hattiesburg Cycle that's one of your hottest tickets is selling those.
It is. The Spider and Riker is our hottest selling on-road machine, so I can't deny that. So if you have one, and don't let Rhino hurt your feelings, he's just missing out. We will stand strong on wanting our three wheels. If it'll get you on the road, hey, let's do it.
Let's do it, yeah. Well, speaking of let's do it, I know this ride isn't until October the 25th, but intentionally came a little early so we can encourage folks to put it on their calendar, to sort of think about it, incorporate it into their fall plans, although October 25th will be here.
It's actually October 4th.
October 4th. Okay, yes. 25th is not the right date. Don't show up then. October 4th, it's even closer. Okay, so we're only a couple weeks out. Mentioning pre-registration, why is that important? You want folks to think about that?
Well, pre-registration helps us to gauge the amount of things that we need to have to prepare. You know, I hate to have a lot of waste, but we are going to prepare for a good crowd. But we're going to also incentivize everyone to pre-register, because if you pre-register, we'll have a free T-shirt for you. So you can look at the Pine Belt Foundation's website for registration. You can also check the Hattiesburg Cycles Facebook page. We've got that registration link pinned right at the very top of our event site, and you can click on that, go right in there, and register online.
And Officer Johnson, you said they're good T-shirts.
Yes, they are great T-shirts, beautiful T-shirts.
And two, if people are just tuning in, it's not just for motorcycles. Y'all have opened it up to Jeeps this year. What encouraged you to maybe expand and have more vehicles in the ride?
Well, there's there's a lot of people in the Jeep world. They're kind of the same people. They're the same people that ride motorcycles. They love the experience of being out in the open and all of that. But they maybe they're just not real confident in that two-wheel motorcycle.
I feel personally attacked.
Okay,
I'm totally picking.
So we've created a place for you.
Yeah. Well, I think that's cool. I think it also just adds to that element. You're right. The Jeep culture is real. I think the Mississippi Gulf Coast has recognized that, having their Jeep rides. People like an opportunity to get together with people who also enjoy the things they do. And then, too, for such a great cause, I don't see why anyone wouldn't want to sort of be a part of this. I mentioned, William, you're with Hattiesburg Cycles, who's helped putting this on. I know there's a lot of people who are coming together to make the Dean-Tate Memorial Motorcycle Ride happen. But we talk about a lot here on supporting local businesses because they give back to the community. And you guys are celebrating 40 years in the business. I know it's not your business, but you've been with them for a long time. What's kept Hattiesburg Cycles there in the Pine Belt for the last 4 decades? Other than, I guess, good sales.
The customers. I mean, really, we absolutely love our customers. We have awesome support from our customers, and we take a lot of pride in giving back to the community. The Dean-Tate ride is an awesome thing to be a part of. Just being part of that community atmosphere, it just feels so nice. It feels so good. But also, there are other things. I know in the month of October is also Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and in every October for the last several years, we give a portion of every sale of every four-wheeler, side-by-side motorcycle that we sell goes to the Cancer Center in Hattiesburg. So we just. My wife's had breast cancer. We've had several others in our families that have had cancer, and we're part of the community. We want to give back.
Well, if people, Christmas is like less than 4 months away, which is crazy, and they're thinking about those big ticket items. What all do y'all offer at Hattiesburg Cycles? Obviously, the three-wheeler, not just for tots, for big people too.
We do. We have so many different brands and what have you. If you've never been in our store, you really owe it to yourself to come by. We have well over 130,000 square feet total facility with a showroom of about 55,000 square feet, and it's motorcycles, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, watercraft, pontoon boats, part service and sales. So it's a busy place.
You sold my husband his one and only crotch rocket, and then I came along, and I don't know who he sold it to, but...
You made him get rid of his motorcycle.
Nope, I didn't.
Oh, okay, well, good.
Nope,
good.
He met me and he got rid of it. That's just how... Officer Johnson, you've been a customer for a while. What do you see in Hattiesburg Cycles? Why is that a good place for you over the years?
Well, I mean, you got people like William, other people, Glenn. I remember his dad. They always treated me wonderful when I walked in. They always treated me with respect, and always, even if I was just in there window shopping, they always act like I mattered. So
that's a good thing too. Okay, back to the Dean-Tate Memorial Motorcycle Ride. I didn't say, where does it kick off? Where do you gather? Do you gather at Hattiesburg Cycle?
We do.
Okay.
It's all starts at Hattiesburg Cycles and ends at Hattiesburg Cycles.
And you can pre-register or register on your website as well. How long is the pre-register to get the free T-shirt? Now that it's October 4th, for anyone who may have heard me say 25th. They'd love to see you on the 25th, but however, you'll be riding by yourself.
The pre-registration goes all the way up to the Monday prior to the event. And then after that, registration would be in person. And we'll have T-shirts there for sale, but only the pre-registration folks would get the free ones. So.
I'm dangling that out there.
Yeah.
Where does the like the logo or the artwork or whatever for the T-shirt come from? You mentioned they're good T-shirts. What makes them so special?
There's a lot of thought that goes into that, and a lot of. We've got a marketing lady at Hattiesburg Cycles that she takes a lot of pride in putting those kind of things together, and she'll put a lot of stuff together, and then she emails it out to our group and said, "Okay, what do y'all think of this?" And that's that's how we do it. So we talked about it in a kind of a strategy meeting, probably back in about June or July when we
Now
first
I want to
started
see
this.
this T-shirt.
Yeah.
But I guess I could go online and pre-register and then get one for myself.
Exactly.
And even if you didn't ride, it goes for a great cause, which is the scholarship fund that helps support fallen officer families or their children throughout the years.
And I would suggest that even, the minimum amount is $25 for the rider, or $10 for the passenger. That's easy, that's real easy. So I would encourage folks that if you got a little extra, maybe go ahead and make an additional donation to the Pine Belt Foundation for the scholarship fund, because it is an awesome cause.
All righty, one more time, that website.
Actually, you would need to go to the Facebook page at Hattiesburg Cycles for the.
We'll make sure that we share that. Thank you both.
Thank you.
All right, stick with the